my buddy Dash for this episode of Double Take. Dave, I just said joined by Dash, but we're joined by Dash
Talking
and
in
Dave.
the third person.
Third
That's
person.
weird.
The way you feel.
Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the live edition of the day after, where it's not just Dave and myself talking, it's Dave, myself, and you guys talking. We're going to recap kind of the game, kind of have our thoughts about it, sprinkle your guys' thoughts. I mean, we've taken about 24 hours to cool down. If you are expecting this to be a wallow episode or where we sit here and look miserable and cry about what happened and start saying, explicitives,
Well, explicitives maybe. That's my style. But I mean, I think all the other channels. You were saying, I don't know. I haven't really paid attention, to be honest. That Ellen's being all sucky. Look at her.
I don't really think this is gonna be a pity party. Like, I mean, obviously, I think we're gonna entertain you guys, but there's not really I think a lot of people are taking things and blowing it out of proportion, right? I think that's the message that I've gotten over the past 24 hours of, looking at what I've seen on social media and looking at people that are posting videos and streaming currently. It's just more so it's just like, oh my gosh, it's, a disaster class. And it's just like, relax, folks.
It wasn't a disaster class by any means. Oh my.
I don't think so. I really don't. Like, did our players not play well? Yeah.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a great game.
Yeah, like it wasn't the greatest game. Am I sitting here smashing shit? No. Like
some people are emotionally unstable, as we've learned. Especially like the internet people are fucking weird, dude.
I kind of part of me was thinking we should just open up Twitter and just start roasting some tweets, because I was looking at some of these tweets. I'm like, Jesus Christ, relax. I don't understand the pity party. Really. I said, look, it's one of those games that if you can win, you're really in there for the title chase. If not, the Empoli game kind of really makes it rough, and it's kind of tough right now. But it's just you lost 1-0, and it was kind of an error on our part. It was an own goal, and everybody is sitting here oh man, we're gonna get eviscerated in Europe. Allegri, oh my gosh.
Who also played a shit game? Inter, minus maybe their midfield.
Yeah, they Allegri balled us. And LJJ, you are
don't do it, man.
Don't do it. It's a trap.
Don't do it.
We do it because unfortunately it's tools of the trade. We have to as part of
I didn't do it until I started this shit, and fuck my life.
Unfortunately, it's not trending because not that many people are tweeting, but the amount of Allegri outs I've seen, it is absolutely hysterical.
Oh, is it now?
It is.
Oh my God.
Here's one quote here. So first quote here: "Leave my club. He wouldn't have made it past the first couple of months at any other top club in the world. Here, he made it to top 3. Stop playing relegation Stop playing like a relegation battle."
This has to be a kid, right? Because it immediately turns into leave my club. You notice that it's my club. Have people forgotten? And I know we had a discussion here not too long ago on our side of the fence in terms of just taking ownership over things. And not only that, it's just. It's a team thing. It's everyone. Everyone's involved. So why does the conversation always come back to the individual? And why can't that individual ever just take ownership over their own emotions? Because maybe that requires too much intelligence. Perhaps maybe I'm asking too much because it is Twitter once again, and. Well, there's really dumb. I'm just straight up. There's a lot of really dumb people on Twitter.
It's extremely for example, the overreaction I think is very overdramatic. I think it's really childish, right? Or it's just okay, people are I don't expect Allegri to compete for titles. I expect Allegri to be a bum, and then all of a sudden we start winning games 3, 4, 5, 6-0, and everyone's woohoo, and then you lose one game, and everyone's Like I've never seen like I understand like just I don't know. Like it's just it baffles me. And then it's like I don't have an agenda, but in reality I do.
Everyone has a fucking
It's
agenda.
just like, for example, me. The guy that's criticized Dusan Vlahovic for what? How many months, Dave? Like 3 or 4 months? Am I opening up the show saying this guy is a bum? I'm not even gonna say that this stream. I'm
No, I
not.
mean we could talk about how he has never done well against Inter
No, he
because
hasn't.
that's a stat, sure, but you're not just like off, the heart on your sleeve.
Look,
Just
and here's this. I am not gonna slam him on that opportunity. I'm not. Should he have taken it better? Absolutely. Am
yeah,
I gonna take
he definitely should have.
He should have taken it better. I mean, that's in hindsight 2020, right? But I'm not going to sit here and go on this stream and tell you, guys, we need to take Dusan Vlahovic and throw him in the trash can. Because he gave us a great sample size of the past 6 games, did really well. And it's like, how am I going to bury this guy when this guy has shown a progression in moving? Am I upset that he has an adductor strain? Yes, I am. And now I'm a little bit concerned.
Oh my god, yeah. So
It is.
what's the deal? What's the
It's a
deal?
grade 2 lesion on his adductor.
And then
Chiesa has foot swelling, and the swelling has gone down. Am I concerned about those 2 things? Yes, I am. Am I going to sit here and take Dusan Vlahovic and throw him in the dumpster because unfortunately he had a bust touch in a critical moment? It sucks, but at the same time, he won us games. He won us games to be in that position. I can't, like, that to me would scream an agenda if I came in and was just like, fucking Dusan Vlahovic, guys. God fucking damn it. Here we go again.
And Dusan, even when he wasn't scoring a lot, when he was scoring, those goals mattered. So again, yeah, we did trash him. We didn't like what we saw. We still don't like what we see from Chiesa, and we're still pissed off because now he's injured again for playing 30 minutes, 25 minutes, whatever.
Yep, and like for example, and I'm keeping the same tone I had with Gotti as well, right? So it's like, there's moments where you love him, there's moments where he pisses you off. Like it's honestly what it is. And unfortunately, we got the short end of the stick on the Gotti. We rolled the dice and essentially, we hit 21 before we busted on 21 essentially in blackjack with Gotti. Because with Gotti, you're playing blackjack essentially, right? You're trying to get to that perfect result, and sometimes you might overshoot it, and that's kind of what happens.
Yep.
Like
and Elad, sorry, I just want to
sorry, Dave.
tell Elad here that was David Elatok, so you can thank David. But Vlad also wants that same David to go off in Chiesa. So on that interlude, I'm calling you Chiesa now. Chiesa, go.
Chiesa, go. He came in and didn't really adjust the game or really make anything different, right?
Yeah,
and Yildiz was playing in the left.
That was the story overnight, though? Is it an individual performance, or are we going to look at how Inter locked us down?
Inter prevented Juve from going through the middle of the pitch. That's honestly what happened. And people use still images like Dusan was stuck in between 6 Inter players and yada yada. No, those 6 players were not focused on Dusan. Those 6 players were there to cut off passing lanes. Have some common sense, people. Jesus Christ. Like, I swear to God. Like, we did that with Chanalogu at the beginning, the first 30 minutes. We had 4 players in a diamond formation to cut off passing lanes from to receive and send the ball. He still somehow made an incredible pass to DeMarco there that Bremer just happened to save. But it's just like, I don't understand just some of the logic. Like, am I like surrounded with, like, for example, when I read things on social media or Twitter, am I looking at like 5-year-olds that have Twitter accounts with some of these takes? Like, it's
like
just insane.
the mentality, perhaps. Yeah, like some of these dudes are 40, unfortunately.
Dude, that to me is embarrassing. Like, I understand the disappointment, but holy shit. Relax.
All right, Dash, I think you need to chill a little bit. You started off like we're not gonna whine, and then you just like blew up on Twitter.
I'm not whining about like the game. I'm just whining about how people are just like, holy hell. Go ahead. Just
Bones says he's sick, so that's a little bit better.
That's fair. German Dave says, which in a way you can say I expect him to make the difference. Same goes for Doosan, and all of them lacked yesterday, so I'm not picking Kies now.
That's going
It's
back
really
to this
difficult. Yeah.
initial. It wasn't Chies's fault. He didn't improve anything either. So yeah, offensively, that was just it. Offensively, yeah, we were gonna get bossed in the midfield. We always knew that. Our defense, Gotti, he was a little slow. He cannot keep up to that pace, and we've seen that before. Paris was a perfect example. Can't keep up to Mbappe like at all. But we know this of Gatti. I would have even liked to see Rugani start that one. I didn't want to say it because I love Gatti, but in the back of my head, I did feel it that just to lock down defensively, it would be nice to not have a liability.
Yeah, and that kind of concerns me, right? Like, for example, if you're running Gatti over Rugani, that's just like, I don't know the thought process on it there.
I mean,
But
he earned the minutes,
he did. It's just one of
but
those
he's
things,
proved,
right?
yeah, he's proven that for these games, lockdown games like this, maybe he's not the number one choice.
And Dave says this was the typical game where you got to convert the half chances and set pieces, and you didn't.
Absolutely.
It's
No,
a
we could have
mental
won
trick.
that.
We could have.
We could have gone up 1-0 and then terrorized the hell out of the rest of the game, and it would have been a 1-0 match in our favor. It could have.
Well, and the issue, and this is where I see the counterpoint, right, Dave, where people are like, well, it doesn't matter if you made it or not, because then, like, Inter were cutting our defense in the second half. Because we were trying to chase the game, leave ourselves a little bit more open, and, that's kind of what happens when you play against a counterattacking team. When you're trying to chase a game, they find openings.
Yeah,
But,
get counterattacked a lot. Or I mean, Inter played the game well.
They did.
And
It's hats off to them.
this is one of the things I don't understand. Again, it's back to this me mentality, and now the me in this is like a Juventus fan. And as much as I don't want to read any of the Inter content, like I still do. Like what are they saying? Has anybody asked what Inter fans are saying the next day? Do you think they're happy? They're happy that they won. Absolutely. You think in the back of their head they're not there things like, wow, we only beat them because Gatti fucked up.
Most of them are just kind of like, oh man, we got through that one +4, and we're almost close to the second star. Like, that's honestly the consensus.
They're not necessarily like, oh my god, we smashed it. Some of them are. Some of them think that they like, and Fabio Capello is one of them.
Those are the people that sit there and just have like stupid alcohol tolerances. But like you look at the general Interisi, they're just kind of like, all right, awesome, we won. Should have, they're going to say, oh, we probably should have gotten more, but like we got away with a win there.
They were afraid. They were afraid.
Yeah, that's what an experienced team does. Like if I were to sit here and just like, and this would have set me off if I saw like, oh my God, the refs gave Inter that game, I would have lost my shit, because out of all the games, I think that was probably a better officiated game I've seen. To an extent.
The league is smart enough to know not to like blatantly mess that one up. They can get away when it's against Bologna or Fiorentina or whoever, but when it's against Juve, you got to try to keep that one above ground, especially when, I mean, there wasn't any immediate threat of them turning that game over either, right? They were able, I mean, if you want to throw the hat on and go down conspiracy, like the ref didn't need to intervene because there was no threat from Juve at the end of the day, because Inter actually did their job for once. You could go and say they weren't doing their job, and the rest of the season they had a handy happen to them. But yesterday, they did their job.
Yeah, they did. LJJ saying that game would have changed if we scored that chance. Yeah, I think so too, right? Like it wasn't, and that's kind of the idea that I want to take away from people here that I've seen as well, is people are like, oh, we went there to not win at all. And it's like, no, games like this are battles of attrition. Whoever blinks first loses. Unfortunately, we blinked first. We lost. We lost because of it. It's difficult, man, and I've said it. It's difficult to go there to play in a hostile environment. That is a very hostile environment to play in there, especially to concede a goal the way that we conceded it. It's difficult, man. It's extremely difficult.
Okay, I don't know what's going on today in the world, but you know how your search bar, do you see on your search bar in Windows there? It looks like a little piece of cake.
Yeah.
It's chocolate hazelnut recipes. It's like a chocolate hazelnut day today on the internet
It's
for some
Hazelnut Day.
reason. And
Apparently,
it's
it's National
fucking
Hazelnut.
amazing. And you know why that is not off topic? Because the epicenter of hazelnuts is in Torino.
Yeah.
So there you go, guys. Culinary delights and football super giants.
Balls and nuts. Yeah. Oh yeah, it says on X. I saw that they're happy that they Corto Muso'd us.
Yeah, I'm
if we-
sure.
If we
sure some of
Corto
them
Muso'd Inter, I guarantee you these same folks would have probably made just bitching posts. After
Yeah, they
bitching
love the
posts.
irony of it, I think is what it is.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. How does it feel when you know the second star is fake and not the reality?
The real answer is that perception is reality, and since Inter fans are equivalent to the intelligence level of X, their perception is skewed. So the reality is that they're probably going to have a second star, and they think they deserved it. Unfortunately, you can't fix stupid, and that's just the way it is. You're going to have to come to peace with that one.
Put an asterisk on that star. They don't give a damn. They don't give two damns, and they're even proud. No, they don't.
Wouldn't know. Yeah,
They
you wouldn't know
don't.
how dumb X people are. Good for you. I'm happy
Yeah.
for you, Vince.
Look, it's our second loss of the season. When you're looking at it let's look at it from a macrocosm, right? It's the second loss of the season.
What was saying yesterday? We were overperforming,
Yeah, we're over.
and Inter's
overdoing
on pace to like beat a record if they continue this form.
Because if someone wants to sit there and objectively argue with me that Inter's team is better than ours on paper, I will sit there and just look at you and call you a madman.
I think they're better in certain areas, sure.
Yeah, I think they are. It's the truth. It really is, and it's just like I don't understand the logic with it. It's 20 games, 1 loss, 15 wins. Like what's wrong? Like just move on, move on. We got the next one. It'll be okay. Grab some Nutella. It's National Nutella Day.
It's Nutella Day. Are they actually going with the brand name of Nutella?
I don't know. I feel like Nutella is like the parent brand, and all the other stuff is just like watered down Nutella.
Well, it's called. I'm thinking. Nduja. I'm thinking there's Nduja and Nduja. I know it's almost the same thing, but it goes back. There's a whole history to it. It goes back to a cartoon, really, and the shape of the hat that this cartoon guy had, and that's how they made these chocolate hazelnut, and the little foil things. You unwrap them. That it goes back to like the 1900s early on, and it just became a thing. And then Ferrero came along, of course, and just exported it to the world, and we're all a lot fatter and happier for it. Except those people that think Nutella is gross. Those guys, I don't. My wife doesn't like it. She's weird. But then, okay, she's got like the British background, right? She grew up in Newfoundland. She'll put molasses on toast, and I'm just like, what the fuck? What are you doing?
What about avocado?
No, we're not. No IPA, no avocado. None of that
I
shit
don't.
here.
I never understood the appeal. Apparently, avocado is like bad for you.
It's high in fats. It's not that it's bad for you, but you shouldn't be smashing it all the time.
Well,
And
that's
it's
what
still a
everybody's doing.
fruit. It's still
Yeah.
a fruit. Like it's good. It's a good fat, sure, but yeah, you just slather
Yeah,
in that
because
shit over your
I thought it
toast.
was ironic, right? Because everybody's like for example, the fit gurus, or I like to call them the fit fobs, are like, you need to throw avocado on everything, even though I'm not a trained medical nutritionist. And then like,
No, it's all marketing. It's all it is marketing. Just like if you want to go back to our Apple conversation the other night, it's marketing. They can tell you whatever they want.
don't get me wrong, I think avocado's great. I'm not knocking on avocado, but like it's just like I see people just sitting there and it's like avocado toast, avocado eggs, avocado hash browns, avocado bacon, avocado this, avocado French toast, and it's like, dude, chill.
Okay, so he's broken it down even more. Gianduja, and then they make the Gianduioto, which is a bit of a mouthful. And yes, those are those little chocolates that I was explaining.
Have you guys, anybody have a hazelnut espresso? Like hazelnut in your espresso? I've had that before. It's actually incredible.
Like, what do you, hazelnut what? Like the
It's,
syrup?
yeah, like they
I hate
dabble,
those things. I hate
like they put in a
syrups.
little hazelnut syrup in espresso. It's like the most amazing thing in the world.
And now there are such things as like healthy fats. Again, within
Yeah.
moderation. There's like polysaturated fats, which are the worst, which is like KFC. Dash is grabbing tits. I'll call that homo unsaturated. Or is that
Yeah.
just milk?
I can do the rock. Just make them bounce. Just because people sit there and someone's like, Dash looks like a scare. No, what was it? Colin was like, yeah, you look like 120 pounds. What? And I'm like, dude, I'm like twice that size, bro. Are we becoming financially healthy and have more money for them anyways? Plus,
We are.
money. We are,
We're
man.
sorting
Like,
that out.
so when we did our predictions, Dave, and when you and I did our predictions, right, we were anticipating Pogo and Fajoli to be on the roster. They're not on the roster. We're still with 50 plus points with a midfield of McKenny, Rabiot, and Locatelli. Not knocking those guys. Not
And
knocking
Moretti
them
for a
and-
while.
And Moretti as well. So it's like, I just
Yeah, I
like,
think we got it next. Honestly, that's a good point. Like next season, I think we leapfrog.
the window opens next year. We cracked it open a bit this season to get a little bit of that breeze to kind of wipe out the Paratici, odor that was in the house. But the window's opened a little bit.
We got a lot of we have a lot of trash still hanging around.
Yeah, it's like, you ever clean your house and you just have that musk. You just open up the window, let that the Scudetto window doesn't open up fully until next season. Next season is when it opens up fully because you're gonna have that finance, you're gonna have that European footy, you're gonna have that Club World Cup, you're going to have money to essentially go in. This year we are ahead of schedule, and this is kind of where I wanted to put in the argument that that we had on the Discord yesterday, where I kind of made a point where it's like Juve have house money this season as far as the top four, right? Because the objective is top four. So anything that happens after is house money. If you want to come in and say the expectations of Scudetto because it's one competition, I tell you to look at the roster again. Like, with all due respect, look at the roster. If you win, I think you should win Coppa Italia. I think that should be, a hard set, expectation that
And
Coppa
that's
Italia
still
should be won.
How tangible is that still, right? I
It
mean,
is.
yes, the Scudetto seems like it might start to slip. It's still in sight. But yeah, again, two fronts. There's still two fronts to fight on here. David reminding us Sandro's wages will be coming off the books. Yes, and this has been something we've been saying for a couple of years now. It's like just wait till the summer of 24 when like all of those contracts are done. All of them are finishing. Except the ones that, of course, we don't want to finish.
For sure, right? And look, in the Coppa Italia, you've got Sarri's Balls twice, and then you have the winner of, I believe, Fiorentina and Atalanta waiting for you.
What's he asking?
What do you think of a small showing of Charlie? Oh, he thinks of Charlie, like Charlie?
Oh,
Asking what do you think of Charlie?
the small show. Okay, because he only came on.
He corrected it. He corrected it on the
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I was
Charlie.
so upset that he only got a few minutes because
He got the
at that
Sule
point I
treatment.
was like all in, just go all in, screw it.
Remember when Sule got subbed in for 30 seconds? That show
Oh
was
my
hilarious.
god.
Oh, I thought that was so funny. He subbed in Sule for 30 seconds. David says, I like him. We got a cheaper and younger alternatives with Giallo, Hoyson, Facundo, and Calif. I'm going to call him Calamari.
I like that name. It's a nice name, Calafiore. There is Flower. Facundo apparently is
Scored. He scored a header.
appreciated. Yeah, he is being
scored a,
appreciated in Sampdoria.
Nice header there.
He's, but they also said perhaps another loan, but Serie A next year.
Right. Roma won, and they're playing some interesting footy.
My! Speaking of
Dean Huijsen
Juve
scored.
abroad,
Yeah, Hoyson scored.
man, yeah, and I didn't catch that because, of course, he started late today. I obviously didn't catch it. That was my fault.
Should we call him? Yeah, Dave is saying Calafiore is cauliflower, so we should just call him cauliflower at this point.
Is it actually cauliflower?
Call him cauliflower.
I knew it was like something flour.
Cauliflower it is. But Vincenzo saying, can he start against Udinese? Probably. I wouldn't. Depends on what Charlie does in training, right? He could. Depends on how nitpicky Allegri wants to be. It wouldn't. I think you need to ease Rabiot into it because Rabiot did not play well yesterday, so I could see something like that. But I think he needs to get Rabiot minutes. I don't know. I think he might rest McKennie because McKennie's just been taking a ridiculous amount of damage the past couple of games, just knock after knock.
Yeah.
My only question is, dude, I hope this Doosan adductor isn't an actual issue. That's what I'm concerned, because if he goes down, your offense is not looking that good. Because you'll have a Chiesa with a swollen foot, Yildiz, and then Keen's not even back yet, and Milik.
So
Did you find it?
I'm looking it up. Cauliflower is Cavolfiore. It's close. But here on WordSense, Cauliflower is just a surname. So
No,
close.
I mean, we can
Close.
call him cauliflower.
We could.
could. I don't mind.
I mean, like most of our shit, it's not going to be grammatically correct, but at least we know that. So when somebody calls us out on it now, we can be like, yeah, we know. Close enough. Move on. Nobody cares.
It's fine. It's fine. Alrighty. Let's get that left-footed setter back.
Yeah.
Davidson, California cauliflower. LJJ says paying all that money, he will start soon. Yeah.
We haven't paid shit yet.
Paredes with the assist on the corner for
boy.
Hoyson, which was ironic. And
boy.
then Dave just remembering that it was.
Cavolfiore. Yeah. How many languages? Jesus Christ.
I have no idea. Hello, boys. Dropping a like and spreading love about that dash. McKennie needs rest. Yes, he does. He is the new Alexandro.
You know what I like? Guy, I don't know. VJ. Calling him VJ because I'm not really sure how to pronounce these things. You know how most people are like, they're all like, fuck the new logo. I don't like it. It's too corporate, which cool, whatever. But they all just like revert back to the one previous. VJ here, like he went back. He went back to the 20s.
Logo.
He went back.
Nice logo.
This guy knows what's up.
I love it.
And he likes my hat too, apparently. So he's got style. He knows what's going on.
Dave, it's Peepo. It's Peepo's burner account.
No, this looks like it's from the Balkans with these.
It says
umlauts.
you just keep reading the comments.
No. Okay, working.
I want to watch the
Working
highlight.
down.
Vincenzo, maybe we can see a shakeup with Weah starting or even Illing. Yeah, that's true. It's me, Peepo, by the way. See, I told you.
Oh, you bastard. All right. Hey, Peepo. Messing with me.
Damn, we're going to have dinner soon with cauliflower, Milik, and hoisin sauce. It's going to be
Oh, baby.
the
Stir
Juve.
fry. The UA stir fry. Dude, I had an idea yesterday. Because I believe it was Vincenzo as well right at the end. Just like typed in Oso Buco. We should have like
You want to do a live stream of us all cooking?
the game day prep, man. It doesn't have to be a live stream, no, but if I just like do a cooking, I've always wanted to try a cooking video.
That would be funny. Look, I said, hey, Dave and Dash After Hours show where we just do a bunch of random shit. Hey guys, look at my Alfredo. Look at my bolognese. So like to the guys that actually follow me on Instagram, see, I kept up. I was consistent. I did make that Alfredo and I posted it. So
Did you? I went. I was taking a shit today and I went to check it, but I didn't have enough signal, so it didn't do anything.
that's fine.
Sorry,
I thought
babe.
it was great. No, see, it was interesting because I got the right thickness on the sauce, right thickness. But it's good.
You got it. Is that a channel? I got to type that in.
What? It's another.
It says it's another channel. You know what that means? I have to do this live to see what shows up.
Dave is gonna stalk it. All right, Vlad says bones. You meant to say Calafiore milk and hoisin sauce. Peepo says he misses the good old double take. I haven't done those in a while. Dave says I'm posting cooking steps sometimes on Discord or Instagram. LJJ says every time I hear good talk, I get hungry. Aw.
That's true.
And
I'm
then
hungry. I haven't eaten. Really much today.
Vincenzo says the Juve post-match meal. Eliad says, wait, there was a funny video with Allegri making a recipe. I need to find that.
This is what happens when I type in VJPOU.
At least it's not porn. Food talk,
It's
LOL.
YouTube.
Every time I hear food talk, I get hungry.
But it is food. It is food.
Dash, like the think sauce, confirm.
Is that?
Полезная закуска под
Is
водочку.
that also
Да,
buko?
такой
I don't know.
It is too. It's shank, yeah. It must be veal shank. It's small.
Probably, it looks like it.
He looks Balkan.
Looks Turkish.
Close enough.
полезная
Ish.
закуска
I mean, like
под водочку.
geographically. I know I said that before and people lost. I mean, geographically, close enough. Jesus Christ! Don't get on me.
Queen Scalopini.
Ooh, so her scallopini.
Okay. Bone says thick.
Oh, what? Now. Yeah, that's the one that I kind of know that you'd used at once.
He's
at
got
one point.
like 4 or 5 of them, like the House of
like-
Black and White, Now Peepo. There's a bunch. There is a lot. Oh, he says that was definitely not me.
No, it clearly wasn't. You're Mexican, not Turkish Balkan.
All right. I'm going to see if I can find Allegri's post-match press conference for this because he did say some stuff. We'll kind of go over it. I don't find, like I said, I don't really find much to it. There's not really there, but let's see what we got here. Because I know he made some statements and some people were losing their mind over it. And
There's some weird things. Ooh, that I don't know what she got me to search into YouTube there, but some one man, one jar was what popped up. So I turned that window off. It was getting weird. It's getting weird, people. Don't do that to me. I think you're definitely trolling me now because that was one weird Balkan dude.
all right. Okay, I think I found something we can briefly go over. So let's present this bad
Brief
boy.
me, baby.
Alrighty. Cool. So Allegri urges Juventus to steady the course after the derby fiasco. So Allegri holds no resentment against Juventus after Inter brushed them aside for the Scudetto 6-pointer at the Gypsy Mezza. And had it not been for...
Did you call it a gypsy mezza?
I called it Giuseppe. Giuseppe. Why?
Okay. I heard like the
making
gypsy mezza.
I'm just making sure you pay attention.
Okay.
Yuck. All right. Yeah, still frustrated after a dismal 1-1 draw against Empoli last week, deprived several first-team stars. Juve seemed apathetic against the best-performing time. Serie A team. Inter dominated the game as Gatti's own goal inspired them to a well-deserved victory, in addition to regaining a 3-game unbeaten head-to-head streak in Serie A. Juventus lost ground on Inter, blah, blah, blah. Allegri says we must continue to follow our path and focus only on that. It was a difficult match. Inter found the advantage in the first half. In the second half, the match was split, and they were dangerous on the counter. And he says, I have nothing to criticize my players for. The week was negative. That happens. But it makes sure that things change against Udinese, and Inter inflicted the first defeat on Juventus since last September when we lost 4-2. You know, I was seeing people saying that we should sell tech. We should cut tech, apparently.
On which grounds?
On everything.
On all the grounds. Like, what, is he a horrible person? Like, what's going on?
No, they were saying because he can't play with the ball at his feet. They're like, why do we have a shot stopper? Like, we shouldn't even... Like, I was confused. I was perplexed. Like,
I know
that was...
we've talked about this before. We don't necessarily play the style where you need. That's a bit... It's a bit of a luxury, I suppose. Especially when Tech is such a good shot stopper. And he's not horrible. He's not like atrocious off his feet. Like, he can do something with it.
Yeah,
He's
I was
fucked
like,
up a few times. I get
I'm
it.
like, out of all the issues that we have, Tech's the one that people want to focus on?
This might be true. Only Donnarumma fanboys want to sell Tech. At one point, maybe a couple years ago or so.
He still has fans?
Not many, no.
I
I still like. I wouldn't mind him if he had a reasonable wage. I wouldn't mind him.
I sound terrible, but like, I don't have any stock invested in any Italian player right now.
No, because you're not Italian, so you don't care.
That's fair, but you know,
But like Donnarumma, I think the problem with Donnarumma, it's not so much that he's a
Dave. It's Donnarumma.
Dollaruma. Yeah, sure. That's what the Milanese call him. But he's not a bad keeper. It's just how much he's worth. It's just like going back to Doosan. He's an 80 million striker that's got 4 goals. It's trash. Well, it's just like Donnarumma is a $100 million goalkeeper that just is probably as good as Tech,
He
So,
is
yeah.
tactical.
It's tactical. But you know what I'm saying? Like they're probably at similar levels. Like he's
Spectacular.
oh my god, stop it. But like Donnarumma is a high level goalkeeper, but he's demanding wages as if he's like Ronaldo or something. It's ridiculous. And well, PSG obviously dished out for it. He got his payday. I mean, do you blame him? Whatever.
Yeah. I'm going to continue saying Donnarumma does not have Juve DNA by Campaccio standards. Vincenzo says it really is the last thing to worry about. I don't understand what the issue that was. I saw that and be like, this guy can't play beautiful football. I swear, man, if I see football hipsters again, I will lose my mind. I'm really, really sick and tired of footy hipsters.
Hipsters. Yeah. I just looked him up. Angelo Peruzzi played for Juve in 91. Yeah. That was quite a small one.
Mr. Vlad coming in saying this was one of Tech's best seasons. I think so too.
Yeah. I would definitely agree with that.
Eliad says Perrin is out for 1 month because he did have an MCL injury. So we might see Pinzoli. Oh my God. That would be awesome.
That would be fun.
Yeah. Tech has saved us plenty of time.
That's true. Like when you look at his errors, I think he's had one big error this season. Last season, there was a lot of things wrong with last season. But 23 games, 1 error. I think that was the Sassuolo game. And again, just like everything sucked that day.
Yeah.
Outside of that, yeah, if Doosan scored yesterday, Tech would have saved that game on multiple occasions.
Absolutely. LJJ or Petting ain't neither that. LJJ says Tech is good. We'll find someone better today. I would only take Lazio's keeper to replace Tech.
Yeah, Carnesecchi.
No,
that's Atalanta, isn't it?
When does maybe? When does Ruma's contract end? I think it's 2025. 2025 or 2026, I think, is when Donnarumma's contract ends.
Yeah, Carnesecchi's Atalanta.
Vlad says if Pinzolio plays, he's saving a penalty. Yeah, Vincenzo says 2026. Yep, cool.
Okay,
Hold
he's
it.
already got it. So
He got it.
KB coming in. Sup, what's going on?
So I found some more Allegri comments that I'll read briefly. So this is, as far as the Scudetto, he says, we knew it's a difficult match. The first half was balanced. They scored their goal. We missed one with Vlahovic. It opened up after the break. It was more entertaining to watch, too, as they're fast and dangerous on the counterattack. We must improve. I only congratulate the boys for what they did. We did not expect to be in this position in June, as Inter and Juve are coming off very different campaigns. We are pleased to be doing well, angry about this defeat, and I've always said that Inter were the favorites for the Scudetto. I stand by that. If we want to win a few games and stay close to them, that's good. Milan are in the mix, too. There's unexpected. The unexpected always is around the corner. I don't see any issue with that comment at all. Like,
are people? Well, the problem is
Dave,
that people are
everybody's
looking into
burn,
what he's saying.
people need to relax with this whole dude. Why do people look at these sentences and just say, "I need to break this down and just sit here and analyze this for 3-4 hours"?
Especially when it's a translation.
It's a translation.
Come on, guys.
Like, relax. So this is Yildiz, Vlahovic, and Chiesa. I thought about Chiesa with Yildiz, but the game could have broken up even more. Chiesa only had 2 sessions prior to it, and I didn't want to risk him. We had some favorite situations, including the fine cross at the end. All right, and then the next thing he talks about, just recapping, I cannot yell or blame anyone for anything. It can happen in the season. You go through a rough patch. We just have to focus on the next game against Udinese, playing in the Champions League next season. Oh, man, I'm choking on air. Inter have a lot of experience. We have not played a match for first place in 3 years. So we pay the attention of the occasion. That's a bad translation. If we step forward in growth, we will make more improvements. God, that translation was ass.
Yeah, it's
there's
bad.
Still a long way to go in the season. Many points up for grabs. We must be quick to emerge from this crisis. The lads did well in the second half, fought very well against a strong team. Kind of what we're saying, right?
Yeah, man. So going through this, the one thing I hate
I
with the
forgot. So because Misak sent us his thoughts because he wasn't going to be awake by now. So
yes,
I'll read
that
it
wall
whenever
of
we have time.
that wall of text that he sent.
The wall of text
Yes.
from the Habibi.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure we touched on a couple points
Yeah,
here.
go ahead. I gotta like breathe for a minute because
Yeah, take a breath for like 5 minutes. Jesus. Okay, so Felipe Anderson still getting talked about. Still looking within the next couple weeks, perhaps that maybe lock something down. We'll wait and see. So we know Lazio offered him 3.5, or probably about 4. More to follow. This one I missed until I went back through somehow. I mean, there's trying to read the news on the shitter with bad signal. Juventus has initiated the contacts for the renewal of Weston McKennie. The discussions with the agent David Mueller, who was yesterday in the stands to follow him live at San Siro, are ongoing, and the first reasoning from the parties would talk about an extension of 2 to 3 years. With the salary improvements, the negotiations will become serious in the coming weeks. He's currently at 2.5 mil. So, yeah, I think that was expected. And then, Serie A, if we care, is getting a new sponsorship next year.
Yeah, they are. And it was only what, 25 million?
Is that what was the number? 25 mil?
I think that's what it was. Sal posted it.
So that's not good. That sucks.
Yeah, so Serie A Tim Serie A TIM will now be called Serie A Any Live. Deal done until 27 with an option for 2 more.
At least it's a shorter one with an option, but yeah, they're
22
reaching
million per season.
So I looked it up. You know what? I think we just gotta share the screen. Looking up Any Live, I did see who they are. I thought it was a really dumb name, and it still kind of is. But let us go to Any Live. So Europeans would know this more. Once I saw it, I realized, yes, Any, that's like a gas station, a petrol station, what have you. Petroleum nonsense. So this is them greenwashing biofuels. So Serie A, good job, you're greenwashing. Let's move on.
Vlad says, does McKennie's new contract include a TikTok clause? Shoot. Right?
Ask the
Matt deserves
Chinese.
every penny he asked for. You need to ask them if they give him a TikTok money.
Okay, you guys know. Hold on, I need to bring this up because I did watch the same thing with Reno. And Sam, of course, makes fun of how he's just, selling his soul on TikTok, blah, blah, blah. Now, Reno didn't know that TikTok is controlled by the Chinese and that they, purposely move the algorithm to, sway the zeitgeist and get into our heads and just to make us fat, lazy Americans. And that the actual TikTok that China has themselves is, way more censored and educational, and the Chinese would never let their own people look at such trash. He basically said this, and Reno was like, no, I didn't know that. You guys know that TikTok is a massive piece of trash, right? Because if you don't, it's a fucking massive piece of trash.
And there goes their sponsorship. No,
I would never take TikTok as a sponsor.
It'd be hilarious if they reached out to Dave and they'd be like, hey, so we want to give you a sponsorship, but Mr. Dave over here, he talk a shit about our platform, so we're not going to do it.
Yeah, as you're doing Chinaman voice. So, yeah. I mean, good luck on that one.
He absolutely officially burnt that bridge. All right, let me, because I know Misak wanted me to read it, so I will tell you Misak's thoughts. So, verbatim, Mr. Misak, if you're in the Discord, you've already seen it. If you're not, why aren't you? Join. All right, so Misak saying we're seeing an Inter side that has to be in contention for one of the best sides of their current history, and the numbers prove that. Sadly, this reminds me a lot of our team in the 14-15 season. They don't have that flary midfielder a la Pogba, but boy, do they have quality players and ready players. They have the difference the difference makes everywhere, and that don't do technical mistakes on the balls, especially the midfielders. So in the end of the day, they are at their peak as we speak. But always, when there is a peak, there is a drop. He put slop. It's okay. I still love you, buddy. Afterwards, maybe this is not the year nor the next one, but that slope or drop off will come. And on the other hand, this Juventus is growing exponentially as the individuals and as a collective. But understanding moments is key for growth, and this team is not at this year to go toe to toe with Inter, nor have the personnel to do it. We pushed the lever a bit high to be more open, to be more attacking. They missed two sitters. There is no blame towards the coach and about the style of play. This was the best way to face the Inter side with individual qualities. If we had a different approach, they would have ate us alive like they did to Milan, as they are extremely close to doing so in the second half, but we stopped it. So in the end, let's go try and win every match as possible from now. There is no shame or at all to panic or sack the coach talk because we're still on a great track with players growing onto their own, slowly but surely.
So this is the boomer. Maybe this is a segment we should do. The boomer comment of the evening. Reference TikTok. What's the purpose to do those dances? The TikTok dances. That's basically all TikTok
like,
is.
what? I don't even know what the hell they use TikTok for now because everybody else does the same exact shit that TikTok does. All the other social media things do it too.
It's just first. I guess they pay out well. If you, I don't know. It's really hard on YouTube to do the shorts thing. Like if you're just a small timer, as you know, obviously.
Since I have Vlad in the chat, Vlad, do you want me to read your response on Discord? Do I have your permission? Because yours is hilarious.
Yeah, I didn't catch his either.
Yeah, it was funny because he followed up to me Sucks comment, and I thought it was hilarious because Vlad just comes in with just zinger after zinger, and he says, yes, okay, cool.
Permission given.
Granted. So Vlad verbatim says, J Twitter is a mess right now, or any social media in general. Bleeping, no one uses their brain. They wanted us to be more attacking. Did you not see what Inter was doing to us on transitions? They were flying all over the pitch. The worst take that I've heard, I think, is a troll one, is that Allegri subbed in Sandro to protect in the 0-1 result. Like Ganti was getting exposed on counters. Didn't it make sense to shift Danilo to the right side? Everybody's nitpicking. Yes, that clearly could have. Yes, Charlie. For some reason, I read Charlie as clearly. Yes, Charlie could have come on 5 minutes earlier, but would it really change anything for real? So, Mr. Vlad coming in and speaking the facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was actually kind of funny, right? Because people are like, yeah, why would you sub a defender on? It's like, dude, our booty cheeks were getting clapped on that right side of the field.
Gatti was done. He needed it.
He was torched.
Yeah. He
torched.
have been started.
He was oven roasted pizza. He was oven roasted. Not even they put him in there. They put in the vegeta. They put in another bunch of spice, and he cook him very bad.
Oh man, I am getting hungry. Damn
very
it.
very bad.
Damn it! I gotta eat some dinner.
Here's the dash dinner of the day. I'm gonna actually take some ground beef, get some breadcrumbs, some vegeta, some meat tenderizer, and make my own hamburger patties. Maybe a half pound.
Just gonna smash some meat. You hear? Everyone heard it.
Smashing some
smash his meat together.
Smash my meat. That's actually a good ass sound bit.
Oh man, mine's not that great. I bought this random like pre-frozen meat on a stick things. I'm gonna toss that in the oven with some asparagus spears and call her a night.
Oh yeah, it says grilled cheese. You know, grilled cheese is good if you know what you're doing, right? Like for example, if you get the right cheese, like for example, I ask you guys, make a grilled cheese with some Gouda or provolone.
Yeah, isn't it supposed to be like a 3 cheese to win?
Yeah, so like
I don't know. I screwed up that, but like to like the championship grilled cheese is like a 3 cheese mix.
Yeah, you gotta get what is it? You need to take. So this is what I do: 2 slices of Gouda, 1 slice of provolone with bacon strips. Bam, game changer. That will change your grilled cheese outtake on life. If there's folks here that are listening that hate grilled cheese, trust me.
Okay.
Sauce is-
I don't know if you guys know. Maybe Reno doesn't know this either. We should ask him. But you know when you buy that cheddar cheese that's beside the yogurt that's not real cheese? You gotta go to the deli, guys.
Yeah.
That's where you get your grilled cheese and all your other cheese. If you're getting that stuff that like comes in this rectangle no, man. It's
Really?
cheap as fuck for a reason.
Elliot says here I can get halloumi.
Ooh. I was in Cyprus and that was the first time I had halloumi in it. Yeah.
Gosh,
Legit.
man. Hey, Elliot's making me homesick. I'm about to get on the first jet and fly my ass over to Albania and get some of that shit because they have that there too.
I think you gotta shred the Gouda, don't you?
You got to make it thin. It depends on how thin. I do half an ounce.
Yeah, thin. And again, that's what you mix because different cheeses. That's really what cheddar's good for. It just melts like a motherfucker.
So I take my flat top, just to give you context, I take my flat top and then I have like, one of those clamshells that you can put over it, put some water and I steam it. So like as the bread's cooking on the bottom, I steam the cheese at the top. The more you know.
Vlad doesn't eat cheese.
I don't eat cheese. I feel like a complete stranger right now.
That's too bad. Cheese is alright.
Really? You're bulking. Dairy products is like a staple of bulking.
Unless you're a vegan.
Unless he is.
Or just like deathly allergic to lactose. Because even like aged cheeses are decent for most lactose people.
People brings what is it, Menonita cheese? Oh my goodness! Like, here's one thing I will give Mexico is queso blanco. Queso blanco.
I haven't had the real deal,
incredible.
but I could imagine. Yeah,
incredible.
But pecorino and everything instead of salt. Yeah, if you can get the good stuff that's actually salty, that's hard to get over in North America unless you go to like an actual Italian shop like down in the city. But oh man, it's when I get real cheese, it's a game changer.
Are we talking real cheddar or the other cheddar?
Yeah, the one that you buy beside the yogurt and the butter. You don't buy that one. The cheddar that you get that says like aged minimum 2 years. Sometimes you get the 5 years, whatever. That comes in like the little blocks for $10, not like that massive thing for $4. That's the real cheddar. And real cheddar can be good, but it also doesn't. Yeah, you wouldn't get it for the meltiness though. That's the thing.
Bones talking about Quajada. Oh my goodness. You guys, this is what I love about you guys, man. You guys got some good ass taste with some shit, man. Like, wow. Yeah, man. I have not had that in a while.
So he's just weird about cheese.
He's just weird about cheese.
I guess he could be weird about cheese.
He's cheesy. His jokes are cheesy, but his actual taste in cheese is non-existent. Vincenzo says, "Nice."
And then coming in with ricotta salata.
Ricotta.
Okay, tell me about what do you put? Because I mean, I like ricotta, but I never had salata.
You got to say it with a New York accent. Ricotta.
Ricotta. I haven't had some ricotta salata before. Could you tell me about this ricotta salata?
It's so funny. You just like say that to a New Yorker, and he'd be like, "What'd you say?" Ricotta. Ricotta. It's ricotta. Like say that to like I don't know if I have any New York Italians that are watching right now, but it's like it's one of those things where like you talk to a guy from Brooklyn, he's like, "It's ricotta."
New Yorkers. Now, Ireland has some legit milk products.
They do.
Man.
They do.
Yeah. I got it was great. So my brother-in-law married an Irish lady in Ireland, so we got to go. Right down in like separatist nation where like kid you not, you go down the street and every bumper sticker says "fuck the Queen." Man, some good shit down there. The beer, obviously, the whiskey, obviously, but the milk products were on point. Even everything. Like there's Dublin, which I didn't even spend any time in. There's Dublin, which is like a city. The rest of that island is a goddamn farm. It's amazing. Nothing but food.
I'm gonna say this: nothing beats Balkan made feta cheese. Nothing
I believe that, but I couldn't say under any knowledge of it.
Have you, Dave? Are you a feta cheese guy? Chad, are you guys feta cheese folks? I'm telling you, because like
ricotta. That's the New York. The ricotta. They always say they leave off the end. The ricotta. Have the ricotta.
what? I was an Irish woman? I think you might have said I was instead of I was with.
I was no, I was in Ireland. So my brother-in-law married an Irish woman, is what I said. I believe. I hope so. That's what I meant to say. My brother-in-law.
He had Spaghetti in his mouth. He was confused.
Mom Spaghetti, yeah.
Mom Spaghetti. Yeah. So like,
Oh, so it's not like a salad. It's just a style of.
it's a hard version of.
Okay.
ricotta.
Yes. So
Ricotta.
that's normally how it comes, and I go out of my way to that fancy cheese counter to get the soft stuff.
So my aunt over there, she owns. It's kind of like, it's called a Baj in Albanian, but it's like it's a place where people like they take like actual milk from cows, they process it, pasteurize it, and turn it into cheese products. And dude, like my dad went to Europe last summer, and he was able to bring some over to the States, and like, dude, that feta cheese was out of this world. Like I've gone because, like, for example, Dearborn's around the corner, so I've gone to Middle Eastern restaurants. There's Greek restaurants here. There's Polak restaurants. Michigan is just like a nice concoction of different like Eastern European / Middle Eastern spots. And like I am telling you guys, none of their feta cheese, even the Greek feta, no disrespect to Greeks, could just top Balkan feta cheese. Whether anything
It's
from the
all.
Balkans,
It's
like
kind of like
Bulgarian,
intertwined. A lot.
Bulgarian, Romanian, Serbian, Albanian, Croatian, all of it is practically, they have the recipe on feta cheese. Like if you get feta cheese from that area, no other feta cheese will taste the same.
It's just like what's the best baklava.
Baklava?
Baklava. I always get those two mixed up. Baklava, and it's like there's always like the Greek, the Turk. It's like, man, it's like I'm pretty sure it all
the same
started.
thing. It's all the same thing. Like,
yeah, like
Middle
regional
Easterners-
differences.
The Middle Easterners make baklava. The Turks make baklava.
I'll take them both. Give me both.
The Albanians make it.
I'm not
Same
going to
thing-
choose. I want both. All
It's
of
the
it.
same thing with what we call it burek, right? We like it's burek, like we have burek, which is like a spinach pie where you have like we call it peta, and then like spinach, some cheese or egg wash, and it's like a pie, right? It's like there's multiple iterations of it. It's just one of those things. I'm telling you, folks, like if you've never had Balkan food, try some Balkan food. It's good.
My
It is a
Balkan
good-
buddies texting me too. I want some of his food. And I got schooled here. Yeah, I don't know how I'm so dumb.
Aged under
This is how bad I am. Obviously, I had to tell him. Insalata would be salad. Salata means salted. So yeah, the salted in the brine. The brine feta. That makes way more sense.
I'm gonna throw this down for a conversation. I think lasagna is only as good as the ricotta cheese you put in it.
Okay, so that was the first thing in talking about, because I got asked there earlier too, that's from Antonia, how we're the Irish woman. So my wife's side of the family, even though they're not Irish, they're Newfoundland. Newfoundland is basically Irish. It even looks the same. They sound the same. So I'm basically married to one. Fiery as hell. Italians and Irish people are just nothing but just.
LJJ says, yesterday I was at a Greek restaurant and I had Saganaki cheese.
Haven't had that one.
I've
either.
never tried that. I'm Googling that now.
That sounds Japanese.
It sounds very Japanese. But still though, nothing beats a Greek gyro. Or gyro.
Gyros.
Gyros.
Gyros. Yeah, I love saying that word. So what was I going back to?
Oh, you know what we call
Lasagna.
this? We call that the opa cheese in Michigan, where they just like put it on a on a thing and they just flame it and they're like opa.
Oh, okay.
That sounds terrible. But yeah, that's what Michiganders call it. They call it the opa. It's bad. I'm like, look, I forgot that that's what it's actually called, which is the funny thing.
Okay, I gotta go back. Okay, the lasagna. Yes, the feta cheese. So when I met my wife, being the East Coast Newfoundlander Irish woman that she was like, I'm gonna make this man some lasagna. And I'm like, listen, woman, my mom makes the best lasagna. You best not fuck this one up. And she gave me the shopping list. That's my job. And she put cottage cheese on the shopping list. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing with this? Why is there cottage cheese on the shopping list? She's like, for the lasagna. And I'm like, stop right fucking there. And she's like, what? And I just sat her down. I was like, this is how this shit goes down right now. I don't care what fucking recipe you got for lasagna. It changes. It changes right now. And she's like, "What?" I was like, "You got to use feta cheese." So I taught her. She listened.
And Dave
Turns out her lasagna is better than my mother's.
Oh, snap. Vincenzo says, how did mainstream yogurt coin the name Balkan yogurt? And then you got
Marketing.
Greek marketing.
Okay, I kid you not. One of my favorite podcasts, Stuff You Should Know, just did an episode on this. Check it out. That it actually explains it.
Yeah. So, you know the funny thing, Balkan yogurt, Albanians call it kus. It's KOS, kus. It's like it's a watered down, it's like a yogurt-fied milk in a sense. Kus and dal. But yeah, Balkan yogurt's pretty solid. It's really good. You can supplement it with rice. You can supplement it with, like if you want to be like super healthy, you can chop cucumbers and garlic and throw that on there as well. Oh, this one's funny. He says, so in Bosnia, we only call meat pie burek, and we are very sensitive about it, and neighboring countries make fun of us. Because, like, for some reason, so, like, my country, they just call the dish itself is burek, but with variations, right? You can use feta cheese, you can use cheese, you can use spinach, you can use
Jizz?
egg.
You can use jizz? Jeez. Okay. Sorry.
Cheese. It's like cheese. It's like milk. It's like milk turned into cheese.
So it's like a burrata.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like that, right? It's like that. You can use cabbage, you can use onions. Like, for example, Albanians have like 8 variations of burek that I know of. I don't know if the other Balkans do that, but it's something I've seen. Fresh pasta, 4 hours simmered bolognese. What is that?
Yeah, bechamel.
Bechamel sauce and sprinkle.
Bechamel, I think, is just like the bechamel sauce, I think is the English word.
Yeah, I
Maybe.
gotcha. Vlad says Dave baklava is so godly that everybody fights for the origin. It is.
I get it,
Is it
but guys,
bad?
just stop fighting in front of me. Just give me
the
whichever
food.
you have. Just give it to me. It's okay.
I love food. Me too. I'm getting in the car right now. Where's the restaurant?
Your restaurant? I think I left it.
No, I don't. No. I think he was asking about a
Oh,
restaurant.
yeah, because you're in Romania. I guess you Europeans can just get in cars and go to different countries in a couple hours. Yeah, okay, so it is bechamel. Yeah, which that would be the French. Yeah, bechamel, something like that. That's a harder one. And yeah, that's funny because we always say bechamel here, and I
we
never
go.
hear it pronounced bechamel.
It's not jazz. It's G's. I'll show you guys a picture of it. Found it. Boom. Here we go. G's. It's a type of dry
GZ.
curded, GZ. Dry curded cheese made from yogurt and citric acid. The texture and taste resembles a sour ricotta, but cheese can be enriched with garlic, herbs, salt, or other spices. There are 2 methods of making cheese. One is to combine the ingredients and put them in a cheesecloth. That's what my mom does. She does this one for 6 hours. The other method includes heating up the combined yogurt and citrus juice in a pan and simmering on low heat. The proteins bind together quickly to release some of the excess liquid. It takes less time for a yogurt to curdle and become cheese. Cheese can be consumed as is. It is used as filling for burek or the other type of Albanian dish, fergeas.
Oh my God. Forget about it.
Boom.
Man, I'm so hungry. But like tiramisu. This is mascarpone. My God, I will absolutely destroy tiramisu as well because I love the motherfucking shit out of a good espresso.
Vlad's adamant about it being the meat. I got you. Wink. About Breck being with meat. That's fair. Elliot says, "Jeezed in my pants." Oh man,
Got some of that dick cheese.
got some of that G's. Hey, if you're getting G's when you're busting, you need to go to a doctor.
Oh my God.
You need to get that checked.
You know what? you know what? If we change our name here to like something less sporting, this makes so much more sense. Like I don't know. I don't know if we can keep this. We have to do something new and different. We spent the last 20 minutes talking about cheese.
Food. See, like, let's ask the chat because we got people listening. So, like, for example, like, would you guys be okay if we did Juve content and then like other content as well on the channel?
Like Dave cooking his not traditional osobuco on Sunday pre-gaming. Shit like that, perhaps. Or just make an espresso, because I always have an espresso cappuccino. I always want to do that. Do the workflow. Have you seen those YouTube shorts? Like, here's my espresso workflow.
Here's the day of the life with me, Dave, as I make my espresso. First, I get my espresso out. Very good coffee beans. Then I take it on hot water and I drain the shit out of these beans like I drain my balls. And then I take that and I put that in a really, really eco-friendly filter. And then I take exactly hot water at 125.6 degrees and I drizzle them suckers on there. And oh yeah, it's really good. And
That
boom.
got weird.
Thanks for watching my espresso with me.
I did not watch any espressos. Like, that didn't even sound like espresso. That was maybe a pour over or some shit, but that was not espresso.
That's like most of the voiceovers. Like, you ever see like the chicks that are like, come work out and do legs with me. So first I wake up and then I get my Alpha Elite leggings on. Oh my gosh, they're so tight. And I like this color because it really emphasizes my peach. And then we go like,
Can you tell I do not watch those things?
I clearly can tell that you do not watch those things.
Oh, fuck no. Why would I do that to
Hey,
myself?
Antonio's asking, have you ever had
Cassata. I
cassata?
don't believe I had.
I have not.
Cassata, I'm looking up now. Oh, it's a type of cake. I have
Cake.
not had that. It's Sicilian. Oh, I think I've had versions of this. Yeah, it's that fruity type cake. There's different styles throughout the peninsula, I think, but I believe it might be the same thing.
Bone says, have you seen the one, the wife messing with her Italian husband? You know, there's that one guy, they're like roommates. There's like an actual Italian with an Englishman, and like he was like making spaghetti and he cracked the spaghetti, and the Italian guy like lost his mind, was about to string. Basta, basta! Why are you doing that? Don't do that! Why? Like, he lost his mind.
Why does Dave always have to be +1 with things?
I know, I'm doing my Borks with pulled short rib. Dave's actually a really good cook. LJJ says, I often go to an Italian deli to get sandwiches where the cashier is an Inter fan and the guy who makes the sandwich is a Napoli fan, and I just over there had Juve fan, all Italian. That's funny. I have an Italian deli that's by my house called Vinny's. I need to go there again. I haven't been there.
It's called
at all.
Vinny's. Some of the most unoriginal people, eh?
Yeah, for sure. Vlad says, this is our coping mechanism. Inzaghi's Inter made us talk about cheese for 25 minutes. We want to,
it was gonna always be one of those shows.
Yeah.
I think.
I think so too. Dal says, just want to say, Merda Inter ain't good. We played bad. Only one person who did well was the goalkeeper in Bremer.
Well, those two people.
Yeah. LJJ says, why did Dusan get a yellow card yesterday? So I'll clarify this. So we'll bring it back a little bit more. Into
Got
the
all
game.
pissy pants.
So say that Dave is the referee and Dave flags me for a foul, and I turn around and I say,
I would never stoop
never.
to those levels.
So say that Dave, stops the play, says, Dash, that's a foul, and I turn around, the fuck it is, and say that, or if I make, a gesture at Dave, or if I over exaggerate or, whine about the call, you can essentially get a yellow card for dissent. The referee has the authority to give you a yellow card for dissent. The foul itself wasn't a yellow card. It was more so how he responded to the referee's call of the foul, because that's one of the things I hate about the rules is if the referee's feelings get butt hurt, he can give you a yellow card just because F you. That's
And
why.
Maresca's a butthurty kind of guy.
Yeah, he's very soft.
Mm-hmm.
Very soft.
So soft.
Very soft.
Like that. G's. Like G's. Soft like G's.
Soft like G's. Zesty like G's. Let's get in his G's.
Oh my.
Vincent
All right.
just
I
goes-
need to get some of that G's in my mouth, though. I am starving. What did I buy? I buy one cheese. What did I buy this week? Oh, I can't remember which cheese I bought. I'll just have to put it in my mouth and find out.
Please
Got some
tell me-
mortadella as well. Wrap it up in some mortadella. Oh boy.
Oh my god, that's bait. You were doing. Are you? No way you said that with that kind of diction right then and there. You're like, I need some G's in my mouth.
Did I not?
That's
Is it aged?
oh man, that's hilarious. All right. That's. I swear, man. Sometimes when you just go, you just get me just confused and perplexed. I'm just sitting there. I'm like, Dave's fucking with me. There's no way that that's like the first thing he came out of his
I had
mouth.
like
Like,
spaghetti in my mouth that I couldn't get sorry out. I had spaghetti in my mouth.
That's what she said.
Oh,
man.
Bones. Yeah, Bones. That's Maresca-esque.
very, very, very Marescas. LJ just says only wine and cheese is good when it's aged.
You don't like the young ones at all?
The young
Nice
wines?
white, a nice young white with a little bit of American cheddar.
We got this one white wine at the restaurant that I forgot. I forgot the name of it, but like my servers are like absolutely wild about it. Like, it's the best white wine I've ever had. And I'm like, okay. I forgot what it is. Alcohol and cheese. That's kind of what everybody needed after yesterday's match was some pure alcohol and cheese. Look. Oh, we got some new stuff on here. No, we didn't. Just kidding. No, we had some new stuff on the Discord I could report on.
Slow
But
day.
it's a slow news day, right? I mean, like the idea is like we came in, we talked about the game, we broke the game down, and at the end of the day, like it's the motto that we do here is we like to leave you guys entertained because like if we just talked about how the game was shitty and how I want to overanalyze everything that fucking Allegri says because I have nothing better to do with my life, I can't. That to me would be disingenuous. Dave says watermelon, feta, and raki.
Who put those three things? Who put those three things together?
So Balkan.
Is that actual? That's a thing?
Yes, that is a Balkan thing. No, what you do, my friend Dave, what you do, you either use fregues, which is eggs and feta cheese combined together. So what they'll do is they'll have bread, some fregues, some watermelon, and then if you're like a hardcore Balkan, you'll have some raki.
Yeah. I'm bursting the raki.
If you go into any village, or we call them shat, if you go to any village in the mountains, they got that.
I've heard the stories. I definitely know that, but I haven't heard like this combo.
You think limoncello puts hair on your chest? Get yourself some fresh.
No, limoncello's soft.
That's what I'm saying. I've had people tell me, "Oh, man, limoncello's intense." I'm like, bro, you have not had raki.
Sure, okay. I mean, limoncello's pretty soft and
I'll
easy
say this,
drinking.
you want the key to an Albanian heart? Get some watermelon, raki, and some feta cheese, and they will love you forever. Except if you're a guy doing it to a girl, the girl will think you're just weird. Be like, oh my god, why are you giving me feta cheese and watermelon?
Put it. I have some ideas what she can do with it. I like hearing Wes combining pasta, pesto, tomato sauce, and chicken. He's learning. It's good.
Dave puts things in his mouth and leaves satisfied during Giants experience.
Shit.
Oh man. All right, let's try to bring it back. I'm being terrible as a moderator. I let us go on like a 30-minute food tirade.
You're horrible at this.
I'm very terrible at this, but we need some escapism. Really need some escapisms here, but so guys, tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but Wednesday is going to be the Tinfoil Hat Show. So if you guys have any articles that you want us to react to, slap them in the Discord. If you are, again, like I said earlier, if you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. Like seriously, you got to join the Discord. Our Discord channel is freaking
100 members now. Booyah. What am I saying now?
I don't know.
Put it.
You say you just put it.
I did say put it, but there was more after that. I'm pretty sure.
He just cut it off. And then David says, "I say Dash is doing great. That's what we're here for."
Oh, you want us to?
Yes. Stroke my ego.
Continue on.
Yes, make it bigger. Stroke it harder. All right. Like I said though, join the Discord, guys, because we have a lot of discussion channels that we have. I have never seen you live in Discord.
I've never seen you live in Discord.
No, I think we message each other. I've been active.
Yeah, everyone's Yeah, you kind of go in spurts though. You're not there like throughout the day.
Like for example, like I'll go in. Like for example, German Dave knows. Like right now with the whole Rock and Roman Reigns, I've been active in our WWE.
Oh yeah, you got to go to the World Wildlife Federation. You go to that channel. That's been bopping for some reason.
Because we have multiple rooms for different things, right? So like our main one is the general chat where we'll talk about general things UV related. The YouTube one where we'll show YouTube videos where our YouTube videos are there today. And then we have merch ideas. So that's where, like, for example, if you guys have shirt designs, logo designs that you want us to look
Soon.
at, we'll throw
Coming
that in
soon.
there.
I promise, guys, I have to take time off at work. Like, I have to. And I'm going to dedicate some of that time to the merch stuff.
Yep.
So soon.
So
Next week, 2 weeks, something like that when I get my time off.
we have the news transfers channel that is owned by Sal. Sal does a lot of the work for that one.
Yeah, it is pretty much Sal's
The
channel, isn't it?
channel is where you guys find clips of videos that we do, and you clip it and you throw it on there, or you give us timestamps and we'll make bits or clips out of it. Then we have the Wednesday show channel where you can throw in articles for the Wednesday show, and Dave and I will pull the articles from there. Gaming, if you guys are gamers and nerds and want to recommend video games or sell video games, we have that. If you want to flex your pets, you can go on the pets channel. If you want to flex food like we are today, you can go on the food channel and talk about there as well. We've got Formula One as well for the Formula One fans. The prediction tab, where people
the predictions where you can
games.
win the jerseys. Win some jerseys.
Yeah. Anime, if you're a weeb like myself. The pro clubs voice chat, where we try to organize pro clubs, but we have not been able to get together for that. We've got American football,
recently.
we've got memes, we've got everything. We also have the Champions League, and then we have voice channels. So, like, for example, if you guys were seeing the Discord on the Royal Rumble, it was like 6 or 7 of us were streaming the Royal Rumble on Discord. We're just watching it together as a watch party. Dave also does that for Formula One events if he's not streaming as well. And then
I even did it for the NHL All-Star game, but nobody cares about hockey. Why is our logo so blurry? We gotta change that, don't we?
It looks like shit.
Yeah. Work on that. Things to do.
Plum Moonshine. Yeah, I've heard of that as well. We have that is universal medicine, as Vlad says.
Yeah. I've heard of all of these things. I have not had the opportunity.
All of them. Let me see if there's something else I kind of wanted to see on the social webs.
On the social web, I thought we were trying to kill it 20 minutes ago.
Oh yeah. Oh shit, we went over an hour.
It's called the Wednesday something show.
Yeah, Dave, guys, you gotta understand, Dave has unique boomerisms for all of the names on the Discord server.
You named this one. This one was yours. It's called Wednesday Show Material. That is the most straightforward. I know Buddy the other day had a hard time finding World Wildlife Federation because maybe he wasn't born when it was called WWF. I don't know. But I think it's funny.
All right, I'm gonna rename it to Tinfoil Hat Show.
Like Alex Jones' channel is where you put the conspiracies. American Hand Football is obviously for
NFL.
The other type of football. I mean, I think it's pretty straightforward.
All right, I named it Tinfoil Hat Show, so you guys should be able to see it. Bam. Vlad says don't ever share the BS and things channel on stream.
It happened one time, and that was
one time, and you sent a raging erection. I am surprised how that video did not get demonetized either.
Why? It wasn't a real erection. It was
an American erection.
Americans like to get hard. I mean, it's just the human body, guys. Don't be embarrassed.
Yeah, it's just a big old schlong.
Science. Well, then go into the Alex Jones channel and just throw science all over the place, because that's what I like to do myself. I'm the anti.
Fair. So
I mean, you gotta.
We'll probably key it here shortly, but is there anything you guys want to talk about in recaps to the game? Because I know you guys were down for the cheese conversation. Is there anything you guys want to ask us about your thoughts on Juve Inter? We touched it at the beginning. People on social media, chill the fuck out. It's not the end of the world. Guys, there's more matches to play. It's not it. It's it's nothing to freak out about. We are overperforming current initial expectations. Just had a shit game. It's kind of what it is, right?
I think these guys just want some G's at this point. Honestly, you got their mouths watering.
Some G's in their mouth.
Yeah, they've moved on. I think we've moved on from yesterday.
I think we did. I think all of us collectively. You should make a poll. Just make a poll. Fuck it. Hey, did you guys move on?
Yeah, the last half hour definitely. We don't need a poll. We've moved on. Yeah. We're talking about G's.
We're talking about G's.
Yeah. I guess we did say we were gonna do that. You guys have to set that up. I just have to show up. That isn't me going out of my way to organize.
Get Dave to watch some hentai on Discord. No, wait, where's those tentacles going? Oh, those tentacles shouldn't be in there.
The holes.
Oh, the horror.
All right. You know what I need to do to you?
Play the music. And he is. All right. He's moved on. Thank you, doll. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the first edition of the live day after, where we talk about cheese for 30 minutes.
Jeez.
But I think we said everything that needed to be said about Juve and Inter. Guys, we can all sleep easy. Get some G's in your mouth, because that is the word of the day. So some nice old G's. So get some cheese, go make some food, have some dinner, get some sleep, relax. We've got Udinese. We're going to start, today was a little bit of our day of mourning. So we'll start hitting the pedal to the metal Wednesday with the Tinfoil Hat Show. Join the Discord. Send some articles if you want us to react to anything for it. And we're going to have some fun on the Tinfoil Hat Show as well. Then we'll get a little bit more serious towards the end of the week, where we'll do the pregame call-in show for Udinese, and then we'll actually, watch along with Udinese, and we'll go on from there. Obviously, like and subscribe. Send this to your friends. Tell your friends, hey, follow these guys. These guys talk about Juve and G's. Awesome. We'll catch you on Wednesday, guys.
New tagline, UV and G's.
Juve and G's.